All right, as Christian parents with children in public schools seek options for their children to receive some biblical instruction, many of them are taking advantage of release time programs that allow public school students to stay on campus during school hours to participate in religious instructions. Yes, you got that right. This religious instruction on the campuses of public schools. There's an Ohio based ministry that launched in 2019 that specializes in biblical instruction to public school students, and the ministry is booming. It's expanded now to over 300 schools across some 11 states. Some 30,000 students are involved this year. And joining me now to talk about it is Joel Penton. He's the founder and CEO of LifeWise Academy. Joel, thank you for joining us on Washington Watch. It's an honor to have you.
It's an honor to be here. Thanks for the opportunity.
Well, let's just begin by telling us a little bit about the ministry, LifeWise Academy. What is it and what do you offer?
Yeah, well, we provide, just as you said, Bible education for public school students during school hours. Most people think that sounds crazy in 2023, but little do most people realize, I didn't realize it until recently, that in 1952, the Supreme Court ruled that public school students can be released from public school during school hours to receive religious instruction as long as the program is off school property, privately funded, and students have parental permission. I believe it's the single greatest missed opportunity of the American church to reach the next generation with the Word of God. As you mentioned, we launched the program in 2019. We take students off-site to a nearby facility during the school day. We teach them a Bible lesson. We bring them back. And after launching with 2 pilot programs just a few years ago, we're now serving over 300 schools. And as of a couple days ago, it's now not just across 11 states, it's across 12.
Amazing. Yeah, we have a similar ministry here in my home state of Georgia that is seeing similar results as yours. I mean, your ministry is exploding. I mean, y'all have gone from being in some 130 plus public schools to now well over 300. And look, students as well as parents are responding. This boom is scratching an itch is really what it tells us. What can you tell us about some of the feedback that you're receiving both from parents and students?
Oh, well, how much time do we have? We get stories every single day about the impact in the lives. I was just speaking in a church on Sunday morning, this past Sunday, and a woman came up to me between the 2 services and said, "Hey, I want to thank you for LifeWise. My kids and I are in this church because of LifeWise. We got connected because my daughter started going to these LifeWise Academy Bible classes, and just a couple weeks ago, we got baptized." And that's we hear the stories time and time again, and we hear from parents and from students. And perhaps the way parents are giving us the loudest feedback is just them enrolling their students. We are seeing incredibly high participation rates. Oftentimes, more than half of the entire school will enroll in our optional Bible class. We have one community in Northwest Ohio. There's 1,000 students in the elementary school. Over 900 of them, over 90% are enrolled in LifeWise, hearing the Bible or learning the Bible each and every week. And so what we're seeing is that there is a hunger. Most parents want religious instruction. They want Bible education as part of their kids' public school day. However, most just simply can't do the homeschool or the private school thing. And so in large quantities, they're taking advantage of programs like this.
Yeah, great point. And I want to stress again, this is taking place in public schools, and it does serve a need for parents that can't, for whatever reason, get their kids enrolled in a private school or something along those lines. So, Joel, here's the big question. There, no doubt, are people listening and watching right now that are saying, I would give anything to have something like this in my local school. How can people establish a program like this in their local communities?
Well, I so appreciate this question. And if you are listening, if you are watching, if you think it sounds like a good idea for public school students in your area to learn the Bible as part of their public school day, then you can get involved. Even if you're not going to be the leader, even if you're not going to be the teacher, everybody can get involved. And you can even begin the movement in your community. We have a very simple 10-step process to get a LifeWise started in your community. And it starts with growing community interest. It really starts with a petitioning process. And so you could go to our website, lifewise.org. That's LIFEWISE.org, and click Find Your School. You can find any school district in the nation, and you can add your name to the community interest list, basically saying, yes, we would like to see this in our community. Share that out, start gathering names, and then we begin the 10-step process of forming a steering committee, drafting a plan. We'll go to the school, and before you know it, God will raise up the right people in your community to get this thing done.
So encouraging. Joel Penton, LifeWise Academy, thank you so much for joining us. And again, that website, lifewise.org. Is that correct?
That's right, lifewise.org. Thank you for the opportunity.